Hello dear students, my name is Anna and I am your teaching assistant. In these videos we will discuss some tasks concerning matrices and how to solve them. The first task will be about finding the determinant of the matrix. But first, let's recap some operations which we can perform with matrices. The first operation is changing rows. So what it means, if you have a matrix and you have rows A and B, and you change the order of the rows. So that means you're changing rows, and in terms of determinant, it means that here we have determinant A, and here we will have minus determinant A. So to avoid this, if we change rows, we should add minus sign before the matrix. The second operation is we can sum or subtract rows from one another, and we also can divide or multiply rows, but only in the case when we are summing or subtracting rows. The next operation is to transpose the matrix. What it means, let's for example have this matrix, and if we transpose it, we will get 1, 3, 2, 4. So we take the column as a row. And speaking about determinant, it will be the same. So it will be the same as determinant of the transposed matrix. And one more thing which I like to discuss with you, it's about identity matrix. So identity matrix looks like this. It has zeros and ones on the diagonal, and if you have something like 1, 2, like some numbers in the task, you can replace them with identity matrix. So for example, 2 we can replace with 2 multiplied by identity matrix, and it will look like 2, 2, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So now let's go to our task. So our goal is to get as much more zeros as we can, and we will perform some operations with rows to make this process simpler. So at first, let's work with the first row and the third. What we can do? We can subtract the first row from the third one. So what do we get? We write the first row and we subtract it from the third one. So here we will get 0, 2 minus 2, 0, 10 minus 5, 5, 9 minus 4, 5, 7 minus 1, 6, and we just copy other rows as they were in the task. So now let's work with the first row and the second row. So we can subtract from the first row the second one multiplied by 2. And we will get following. We will keep the second row, and here we will get 2 minus 2 multiplied by 1 is 0. 5 minus 3 multiplied by 2, it's minus 1. 4 minus 2 multiplied by 2 is 0. 1 minus 1 multiplied by 1, it's minus 1. Here we keep the same numbers. So what else we can do with this matrix? We can work with the fourth row and the second one. So what we can do is we can take the fourth row and subtract from it the second row multiplied by 3. So what we will get? We keep the second row as it was, and we can subtract. So 3 minus 1 multiplied by 3, it's 3. 8 minus 3 multiplied by 3, it's, oh sorry, here we have 0, of course we have 0. 8 minus 3 multiplied by 2, it will be minus 1 multiplied by 3. So, okay, I'll write the operations as I do them. So, we have 3 minus 3 multiplied by 1. It will be 0. Then we have 8 minus 3 multiplied by 3. It will be minus 1. Then we have 9 minus 2 multiplied by 3. It will be 3. And last we have 2 minus 3 multiplied by 3. Oh, sorry, it's 1 multiplied by 3. So it will be minus 1. So we keep these rows as they were. So our next step is to transpose the matrix because we have a lot of zeros in the first column. So we can do this. We write the first column as a row. So now it's very easy to find the determinant of this matrix. As you remember, we have special signs here. So what we do, we cross out this column and this row, and we are left with this 3x3 matrix, which is highlighted with green color. So why only this matrix? Just because the other are zeros and we will get 0 if we multiply them by something. So, and we have to find the determinant of this 3x3 matrix, which is highlighted with green color. So I will go to the next slide. I will repeat what I have written in the previous one. So it was minus 1, 5, minus 1, 0, 5, 3, minus 1, 6, minus 1. So we can change these two rows to get rid of the minus sign, because it's very convenient, because we can forget about it later. So let's do this operation. So we put the second row on the first place and get rid of minus sign. So as you can notice, we can make more zeros. So we can take the second row and subtract it from the third one. So what do we get then? So we will keep this row and subtract it from the third one. So here we get 0, here we get 1, and here we also get 0. And just copy the first row. So here we also can write with signs not to be confused. And here again, we cross out this column and the row and write what we are left with. So here we are left with minus 5, and matrix will be minus 1, 0, 0. Plus so here we add plus 3, and then here we have another matrix. So we cross out this row and column, and our second matrix will be this one. So here we'll get minus 1, 5, 0, 1. And the very last step, we compute the determinant. As usual, here we have plus, here we have minus, plus, minus, and yeah, here we will have minus 1 multiplied by 0, go like this, minus, because here we have minus, minus 1 multiplied by 0, go like this, plus 3, Here we get -1 multiplied by 1, like this, and -5 multiplied by 0. And that's basically the last step. So in this case we have 0 in these brackets, and here we will have -1, and our final answer will be -3. So that's it about finding the determinant of the matrix. So see you in the next video.